Hi, I'm Cira Corellia. The panel that you're about to watch is one that I presented at RTX 2015 and summarizes everything that I learned in my first 10 months as a Twitch streamer. It tells you how to set up your own Twitch stream, as well as shares with you some of the secrets to success that I learned not just through streaming, but also through some of the awesome resources I will share with you at the end of the presentation. I encourage you to leave annotations on for this video, as whenever I mention something during the panel that I think you will find interesting, I will link it here in this section here. This one right here. I don't know how many times I need to say the word here. Also, check down below in the info section for a link to the PowerPoint presentation I used during the panel, as well as some other websites and sources that I think you will find interesting. In the future, look forward to a brand new video series from me detailing even further some of the secrets I shared during this panel, as well as possibly even some new ones. In any case, enjoy the panel, please, and let me know down in the comment section what you think about my tips and which tips I missed. Enjoy the panel. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Twitch streaming something panel. What did I call it? From streaming to setup to success. Start your stream and succeed. That's what I should have called it. I am Cira Corellia. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Honestly, I was saying this to people online. I didn't think anybody was going to come. I thought it was going to be me and a couple of my moderators. I thought we were just going to party together in a room. So I'm super glad to see you all here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Last day of the convention. How many of you are about to fall asleep? Because I am. I will try to be as amusing as possible for you, but no guarantees. I'm actually not that interesting at all. So, I hope you had your caffeine. So we'll go ahead and get started. And if at any time you have a question, feel free to raise your hand, shout it out. I will answer it, or if it's coming up later in the presentation, because that sounds way more official than this actually is. If it comes up later in the presentation, then I'll just tell you, oh, don't worry about it, we'll get to it. So, here we go. I'm Cira Corellia. Look, I have an laser pointer. Twitch.tv/Cira Corellia. That's me. I actually have some cards. If you didn't get one in line, I will absolutely give you one at the end of the panel, whether you like it or not. I would really love it if you check out my stream. It would really mean a lot to me. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. Boom, overview. This is what we're going to talk about in today's panel. What is Twitch? We're going to talk about that. Why should you start streaming? We're going to talk about that too. It's a very important question. How do you get started? Which I'm sure a lot of you, how many of you are interested in starting, but you just don't really know how to go about it. We've got a gentleman. Yes, I got you guys. I am here for you. We're doing this today. How do you make your stream look amazing? You don't want to be the guy with the potato camera. You want to look awesome. Or the lady. I'm so sorry. No discrimination. No. Now I've done it. Okay, how do you make your stream look amazing? I will tell you. How do you grow your community? By community, I mean the viewers that keep coming back, that support your stream, that help by tweeting it out, by telling their friends, by telling other streamers about you. I'm going to give you some tips. Secrets to success. These are my personal secrets, the lessons that I have learned throughout my time streaming. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm not holding anything back. All of this is for you. I feel like I have succeeded a little bit, and I want to help you guys succeed as much or more than I have. So I'm going to tell you everything I know. And resources for streamers, because let's face it, there's a lot to learn about streaming. Even though I've been streaming for a little bit of time now, I feel like there's still a lot to learn, and sometimes it's difficult to find information. Twitch is still such a new service. It can be really hard to connect to other streamers and find out what you can be doing different or better for your stream. So I'm going to give you some of my favorite resources. About me, that's me. You maybe see resemblance. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so this is me. I've been streaming since October 2014. I actually just hit my 10-month anniversary this past Tuesday. My monthly average, I do like 1,000 followers a month and 7,000 views per month. I just hit 10,000 followers this past Saturday. And unfortunately, there are no statistics. There's no a big survey somewhere or a big graph chart that says the average streamer gets this many followers per month or something like that. So you'll just have to take my word for it that this is pretty good. You'll just have to take my word for it. I'm also, oh look, I did all these things. I'm a variety streamer, which means I play just about any game under the sun. There are some people that just specifically play one game, which is totally cool. If you want to do that, we'll talk about that a little too. I play just a bunch of everything. I've been a gamer for over 20 years. I freaking love video games. And if I could play video games as my career, that would just about be the best thing ever. I also like chocolate and kitties, not necessarily in the same dish, but they're both pretty awesome. So we're going to start out here. What is Twitch? This is the front page of Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv, this is what you see. There are some featured streams right here. Sometimes it's esports. Sometimes it is some of the partner streamers. We'll talk about the partnership program a little bit too. So these are just some featured streamers. And this is where I wrote the words, what is Twitch? Twitch is, Pip-Boy's very excited. I'm sorry, Vault-Boy. I always do that. I just finished a Fallout 3 playthrough, and I always call him Pip-Boy. It's the worst. Vault-Boy's very excited about Twitch. Twitch is a live streaming service for video games, esports, music, creative outlets, and more. So it originally started out, I think that's probably the next one. It started out as a spin-off of the live streaming platform Justin TV. So I think Twitch came about in 2011. Please don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I actually looked at the years. But it started out as a spin-off just for video games, and it recently has expanded into creative streams as well, and music. So you might see some concerts on there. You might see some musicians performing original content. The creative streams are anything from art to people working on cosplay. It's really amazing the different kinds of things you can see on there. There are also gaming talk shows, which could be people that are doing podcasts. They have a Mega 64 channel, which is, I think, constantly running Mega 64 videos in the gaming talk show category. And then esports, which I'm sure we're probably all familiar with. You guys probably more than me. Twitch is now owned by Amazon.com. There was a rumor going around last year that Google was going to buy them for like $1 billion, which was kind of insane. But then Amazon came in and bought them for just about $1 billion. So just so you know, that's who. Twitch is also totally free. If you're a streamer, it is totally free to stream. If you're a viewer, it's totally free to watch unless you want to pay them for the turbo service, which basically it's like $9 a month and it takes the ads out. So you have to watch ads during videos. You also get some more emotes that you can throw in the chats and stuff. And Twitch is available to view on PC, mobile, Xbox, and more. I put and more because I'm sure there's more, but I really have no idea. I usually watch on my PC or my cell phone. So this is cheesy. Twitch is everywhere that you want to be. If you're playing a game, you're playing the Xbox One, you could be playing a video game and have Twitch snapped in at the same time. You're watching a stream while you're playing. It's really cool how far Twitch has grown. It definitely still has some growing to do. It is still kind of a flawed service, but it really has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited to grow with Twitch. Why should I stream? Not me. You guys, why should you stream? To meet people with similar interests from all over the world. When I started streaming, I really did not know what to expect. I started because my friend Calendel, he's a DayZ streamer. He does do some other games too. He was trying to talk me into streaming for a year, and I thought it sounded like the dumbest thing. It just seems so creepy to me that people on the internet would want to watch me play video games. Like, first of all, there's nothing special about the way I play video games. I'm not a professional. I'm not a speedrunner. I don't do anything interesting except for playing video games and chatting with people. I thought it sounded so silly. But then I actually tried it, and I started connecting to people literally from all over the world. I have viewers in Germany. I have viewers in Japan. I've got viewers in Canada. I find people from my own city. It is so amazing how far you can reach and spread your love of a certain video game or just video games in general. I've just met so many incredible people, including some people in this room. Some of my moderators, actually, we all flew here and met up for the very first time. And honestly, I've met some of literally my best friends now are some of the people that I met on Twitch. And it's kind of incredible. I did not expect that at all. You should also stream to show off special skills such as speedrunning or leatherworking. There's a leatherworking streamer in the creative stream, not necessarily cosplay. He just makes stuff out of leather, and it's pretty rad. It doesn't have to be related to video games in the creative category. Music either doesn't have to relate to video games, but you can if you want to. So if you're like Mega Ran or something, you're going to do some rap about video games or something. The music category is definitely for you. If you're a speedrunner, you could speedrun your game, show that off. If you are MLG, lucky you. If you're MLG, you might want to stream on Twitch to spread your name or brand. Maybe you're not that well known. Maybe you want to get your name out there more. You want to get recognized. You want a little bit of street cred to throw out there for some sponsorships for your MLG. Then Twitch is a great way to do it. Get out there, get your name on the streets, get your video game gameplay in front of people. You could also stream to share a special event. So if you're doing a charity stream, like something for Extra Life or Child's Play, which are the the charities that give money to sick kids, sick children. If you're going to do something like that, you could stream that, or if you're going to do like GDQ just happened, which is games done quick, not quickly, apparently, because nobody there is an English major. Sorry. Games Done Quick, just did a bunch of different speed runs back to back, which, they raised money for charity, and it's pretty incredible to watch. So if you're doing something like that, they also do some concerts on there too. It's kind of strange. It feels a little bit out of place, but at the same time, it's cool to see Twitch just spreading out. You could stream to make money. This is kind of controversial. There are a lot of viewers and streamers out there that hate it when people start streaming to make money. But I think this is totally a legitimate reason to start streaming. Especially, I mean, again, if you go back to people that are MLG, they're trying to make a living playing video games, maybe going to these competitions, they're not able to afford it all the way, or the prize money that they win just isn't enough to allow them to, video game full time and practice and work on their technique. Twitch could also be a great way to do it. You do make some money. It depends on, honestly, it depends on how many viewers you have. It depends on how people are feeling that day, but you could make money through donations. People will just throw money your way as a thank you for entertainment or to try and support you and help grow your stream. Also, if you're partnered, again, we'll talk about the partnership program in a little bit. If you're partnered, you make money from subscriptions and the ads that play on your videos. And sponsorships. If you're lucky enough to get a sponsorship, then you could make money from that as well. So honestly, I think it's a totally legitimate reason to start streaming, as long as you still love your community and you're still thankful to the viewers that are supporting your stream and coming back day after day and keeping your viewer count up, then I think it's a totally legitimate reason to do it. And I know a lot of people hate it. Why should I stream? To share your love of games, art, music, etc. If you really perhaps you just absolutely love Portal and you want to meet other people around the world that love Portal, or you want to show people Portal because it's such an awesome game, freaking stream it. It is a great game. More people should play it. I actually just did a stream of Journey when it was released on PS4. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's an incredible indie game. I think the year it came out, it won IGN Game of the Year. It won a Grammy for the soundtrack because this game is awesome. And there are so many people that haven't played it. So I streamed that one because I just wanted to make people watch it because it's so good. If you love art, share your love, spread the love. This is the place to do it. You can reach so many people. It's awesome. Getting started. This is baby Daisy. She's going to tell us how to get started on Twitch. Make a Twitch account. It's so easy. You go to twitch.tv and you literally click sign up. I promise you. That's it. That's all there is to it. So little tips. Don't use your real name in your username. It's, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of swatting. There are a lot of real world consequences and, threats made against people that are easy. If it's easy to track down your personal information online, you use your real name. It could be very easy to find your home address, your personal email account, which might be linked to your PayPal. It can be very, very, very scary. So I would recommend that you do not use your real name in your Twitch profile or in your Twitch name at all. Don't use a name from another site, especially from forums. If you log into a forum, let's say your name is Super Awesome Dude 1. On a forum, when you log into that forum, it logs your IP address. So if you are also Super Dude Awesome, I don't remember what it was, number 1 on Twitch, people could go to that forum. They Google your username, they go to the forum, they find your IP, and bam, you're DDoSed. So you just want to stay safe. Just make a brand new username for Twitch. Of course, feel free to ignore any of this. You're probably like, whatever, swatting, who cares? Swatting is, if you haven't heard of it, swatting is when somebody will get your home address and they will call the police and say, hey, I'm Super Awesome Dude number 1, and I'm going to kill my kids. And then they send the SWAT team after you. So it's incredibly scary. People have gotten hurt. It's nothing to joke about. Actually, if you joke about swatting on Twitch, you're supposed to be reported, and I think you get suspended. So it's not a joke at all. So just be very, very, very careful. Yes, go ahead.
So how do you balance using that name, but also working with sort of your internet brand?
So let me make sure I understand your question. You asked, how do you balance using the name and managing your internet brand? So are you concerned because you already have an internet presence and you just want to continue with that?
Well, sort of, yeah, if that's the situation. If you've already got
Okay.
to continue that, is that still sort of a concern, or is that more something that you should?
I would go ahead and do it. If you already have a presence online, it can only help your viewership. So if you've got your name out there, you're already a YouTuber, or you're already really well known in certain video game communities or circles, then I would go for it. But again, stay safe. If you're going to be logging into a forum, a strange website that you've never gone to before, whenever you log into those, it logs your IP address. You can use what's called a VPN service. These are services that you pay for by the month, and it's a little program that runs on your computer. And to kind of super dumb it down and oversimplify it, it basically hides your IP address and it gives them a different IP address. So you are no longer in danger as much. Of course, there are super crazy intelligent hackers out there that could definitely still get your stuff, but for the most part, it would help protect you. So if you've got a brand, go for it. Do it. Ignore me. Do what you want to do. I think it's a great idea to spread your brand. Also, use a new email address. If you already have an email address out there, you might have posted it somewhere you don't know. You might have posted it on a Craigslist ad or something. Then they'll have your home city. You might have put enough information in there they could track you down to even your address. So I would just go ahead and create an entirely new email address or use a secret one that you never give to anybody. Also, for getting started, decide what kind of stream you're going to have. If you're going to be a speedrunner, then decide to be a speedrunner. If you're going to specialize in one specific game, perhaps you really want to play League of Legends, then just, so decide up front. I wouldn't say start it and kind of fumble around, but really get a good idea of what you want to do. So right out the gate, you know what you want to do, you know what you want your stream to be, and you take less time to really decide who you are as a streamer and what your stream is going to look like. If you're going to be a variety streamer, decide which games. You might want to specialize in one type of genre. You might want to jump around. Variety streamers have a lot of flexibility where they can really just play whatever they want. But there are some variety streamers that, they only play first-person shooters or they only play RPGs. So, decide that kind of stuff up front. But also don't feel like you have to stay locked into that box. If you want to, you decide you're going to be League of Legends, but one day you really want to play Destiny, then do it. Who cares? Your really loyal viewers will stick around. You might lose some of those people that just want to see League of Legends. They're not going to leave you forever. They'll come back the next day when you're streaming League of Legends again. Decide what your draw is going to be. I hesitate to use the word gimmick, but I really can't think of anything better than the word gimmick. So I apologize. Maybe one of you has a better idea, but you want to decide why people should come to your stream and stay there and keep watching your stream. I would say that my gimmick is I am extremely interactive with chat. If you've ever watched a stream where they do a Q&A, that's what my entire stream is like. I'm constantly talking to the chat while I'm playing video games. My gameplay definitely suffers. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I just straight up look like an idiot because I'm running into walls, whatever. I'm not even looking at the game. But I get to connect to a bunch of really awesome people. So for me, it's a sacrifice. I look like an idiot. I can't play games, but I get to talk with some really awesome people. So perhaps, your draw is going to be, you're going to, there was this guy that played the Dark Souls games with a Guitar Hero controller. It was incredible. It was so cool. And he does a lot of different stuff like that. He plays a bunch of different games with really odd controllers. So maybe it's going to be something like that for you. Prepare yourself mentally to deal with all types of people. There are trolls on Twitch, and it's not even funny. It's really frustrating sometimes. Prepare yourself to deal with, of course, you're going to get some really friendly people. You're also going to get people that come in and they don't even say anything except for, you suck. So, prepare yourself for that. I would even think about what you would respond to those kinds of people. Sometimes you might just want to ignore them or time them out or ban them, don't even respond. I like to respond. If trolls are going to take the opportunity to come in and be a jerk to me, then I'm just going to be sassy right back. So decide, how you're going to handle people. And I would actually recommend that you go watch other people stream, watch their chat and see what they have to deal with. Because you'll get some really, really, really bad stuff in there. Like, you'll get the troll trains. It'll just be a bunch of trolls right after each other. saying things like Hitler was right, throwing out the N word and stuff like that. So just be prepared for that. Yes.
How long did it take for you to get started and get an established base?
Okay, you asked how long did it take for me to get started and get an established base. So I planned to start streaming at the beginning of August and started buying all my gear. And I didn't start until the first week of October. And I'm not going to lie, a little bit of that was nerves. I just wasn't mentally prepared for it. But once I started, it maybe took me about 2 weeks to get acclimated. And then I just had fun with it. It is a lot of fun. You just get in there and don't take it too seriously. You know, you're just... Think about it like you are just somebody playing video games, hanging out with your friends, except they're not physically in the room with you. You're just reading chat. You know, they're talking to you through chat and you're just talking to a webcam. So if you're ever nervous about it, you know, just think about it, kind of simplify. You're not really talking to people that are judging you. You're talking to words on a page. It's usernames. You know, whatever you have to tell yourself to relax and have a good time. Because if you look nervous, they're going to be able to tell and it's not going to be that enjoyable. So the second part of your question, I'm sorry, could you repeat it?
How long did it take for you to get started and get established?
To get established, could you be more specific about getting established?
Like getting actual like viewers and getting them to come back and stuff like that. Like how long did it take before you got the 5 viewers that came back?
So that can be the most difficult part is getting viewers in the first place. And Twitch is so rough on new streamers. Because when you go to the directory, you can sort by game or you can sort by stream. Unless you're Lyric or somebody with 30,000 followers, it can be very difficult. I'm sorry, 30,000 viewers. It can be very difficult for the people to find your stream because they have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find you. So I'm actually going to, I'll tell you now. I was going to tell you later, but what I would recommend is getting your friends and family, whether they watch Twitch or not, to make a profile. It takes about 30 seconds. You don't even have to put your email address in and like verify. Have them make an email address, a Twitch account, load up your stream and mute it. Don't have them pause the video because if the video is running, it counts towards your viewer count. Even having 1, 2, 5, 8 people viewing your stream can be the difference to bringing in new viewers or not having anybody. And there will honestly be days when you're just sitting there with an empty chat room. And I'm really, really fortunate that the first day I started streaming, streaming Borderlands 2. The first day I started streaming, I met like 5 super awesome people that they keep coming back 10 months later and they're still coming to my stream just because they were looking for somebody that was interactive, that was actually looking at their chat. And I think that's probably one of the biggest mistakes that new streamers make is that they just ignore the chat. So be looking at your chat, be interactive. Required equipment for streaming. Some of you already know this because some of you are already streamers. How many of you already started streaming? Oh my God, this is amazing. All right, and then this is cake for most of you. Okay, so you can stream from your Xbox One, your PS4, and your PC. So when I say Xbox One and PS4, you do not need a PC connection to stream through those. You can just stream right from your dashboard. And I'm sure some of you are already familiar with that. Honestly, I've never done that. So I can't tell you how to do it. I apologize. I stream right from my PC. I have what's called a capture card where I can hook my, my consoles up to the capture card. It's an internal capture card. And, I stream right through my PC. There are some Twitch's current recommended PC specs. They want you to have an Intel Core i5 4670 or AMD equivalent. I think that's a 3.4 gigahertz processor. They want you to have 8 gigabytes of memory. Sorry, I just copy and paste. This is really technical. Windows 7 or better. And you will need a streaming software. I particularly use OBS. There are others, including XSplit, FFsplit as well. And there's a little note down here at the bottom. These PC specs only require what it takes to actually stream. It doesn't also require what it takes to play a video, like a PC game and stream at the same time. The software that you use to stream OBS or XSplit is incredibly CPU intensive. It will eat everything that you have. So I would recommend, if you can, really upgrade that processor so that the streaming software has the power that it needs, and then you can also stream from the PC as well, depending on the game. So you might want to do a test stream before you actually do the real thing, so you can see how resource intensive it actually is. Another thing that some streamers will do is they'll have two separate rigs. They'll have a streaming computer that just has these specific specifications, and then they'll have the computer that they're actually playing the video game on. And then the gaming computer is hooked up through a capture card, or by other means, I don't know, I do console games, to the streaming rig. So that's how they do that. Internet speed is king. It's all about your upload speed. If you do not have 3 megabits per second or higher, it's going to really impair your ability to stream. Your stream will probably look like garbage, but you try it anyway. I mean, don't go out and buy all the equipment and then be like, she told me I could stream with 0.8 megabits. But give it a shot, because I have seen people that can stream from 1 megabit per second upload speed. And this is upload, by the way, not download speed. I have seen people that can stream, and their stream is watchable. It absolutely doesn't look amazing. It's not 60 frames per second HD, but it is watchable. So you could still try it, but it's probably not going to work out for you. You can test your speed at a website like testmy.net. There are some other ones out there, but testmy.net is my favorite. Other equipment for streaming. Oh, some headphones. Look at that. Bouncing right in there. Very excited about this. Headphones. Headphones are very important because you will probably have a microphone with which you will talk. I think that's the next thing. Yeah, there it is. You'll probably have a microphone that you're talking to your viewers with. If you don't have headphones on, then the sound from your speakers will echo into it and it will sound like crap. So I'd recommend you get headphones. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could just wear some earbuds. Your microphone as well doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be the microphone attached to your headset. Some people go all out and they buy like $800 microphones. That is absolutely not necessary. You don't have to do that. Actually, one of the resources I'm going to show you later at the end of the stream has a thread where people talk about all the different microphones they use. So you can pick one that's within your budget. Also, 2 monitors is very, very helpful. One for your video game and one for your chats, any bots you might use, and I'll talk about bots later. It's very, very helpful to have another monitor so you can run your stream. And a webcam with decent lighting. Webcams are absolutely optional. However, I've noticed that a majority of, not a vast majority, but a majority of viewers do like to have a webcam just to put a face to the gamer, the voice, the username. But you don't have to do that. And in fact, there are many, many huge streamers that do not use webcams. So if you don't feel comfortable being on camera, it's totally fine. You don't have to do that. And I put also in decent lighting. Make sure that you've got a really nice bright lamp in your room. If you can go with like a white tinted light bulb, it looks much better than the yellow ones. I'm super picky about lights. Pin my profile. Look, now we're getting silly. This is actually my friend Calendell's profile. I was talking about him earlier, the guy that got me into streaming. I think his profile's sexy, so we're going to talk about that. The profile is the part underneath your video with all of your info section. If you've ever been on the Twitch app, you know, when you tap on the video and you click the letter I, that's what you're seeing is the info section. So he's got some pretty cool little sections here, and I'm going to talk about the ones I definitely recommend. First of all, a schedule, your streaming schedule. If you've got a schedule, put it down there. If you don't have a schedule, put that down there. People that follow you will want to know when they can come back and see you again. Bless you. Next one, your social media links. You're going to need to spread the word about your stream, and I will definitely be talking about the importance of social media in a little while. But you want to put your links down there so that people can follow you. It's kind of blurry, but you can see over here he's got his Steam group link, he's got his Twitter, his Facebook, his YouTube. You got to have that stuff on there. People will want to connect with you outside of Twitch as well, and it's important to let them. It's a great way to help build your community, keep people coming back. And about the streamer section, people will want to know about you. They're watching you play this game because they're interested in who you are, your personality. They want to know about you. So if you want to put in there, I think mine is just like a little bio, like here's where I live, here are some of my hobbies, but you could put in whatever you want to. You could put in some of your favorite games, your favorite genres. Just go crazy with it. Whatever you want, it's your profile. Make it look polished. If you see here how he has these really cool headers, like little banners there that say channel info, donations, subscribe, chat rules. Those are really, really nice. You can, of course, just start out and just have like little text banners or something, but make it look really nice. You don't want to be the streamer that it looks like a 5-year-old designed your profile. You want it to really impact people and give them a positive, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Impression. A positive impression of you. Like, this guy's got his stuff together. Look at that. I want to watch this streamer. You could use your info section to advertise special events. If you're doing an extended stream, like a 24-hour stream, you want to have that information down there. You never know who's going to check or when. It's not enough to just say it on your stream. Put it in the info section. Use it to advertise your other enterprises. Maybe you have an Etsy shop where you sell cosplay stuff. Put that down there. Maybe you have a really awesome YouTube channel that might not necessarily be gaming related. Who cares? You know, you're interested in both games and bugs. So maybe other people are also interested in YouTube videos about bugs. Use it to advertise your friends. If you have other streamers, if you have friends that are streamers as well, you can put your friends down there with links to their different, their profiles so that people could check out their streams as well. It's really important, I'll talk about it again a little later, to network with other streamers. And part of that is helping them grow as well. It's not just about growing your stream, it's about helping your friends succeed as well. Other profile items, this is my profile. Super fancy. Other profile items I would really encourage you to have is an offline banner. And that's what I mean by this. This is what shows, I'm just a liar. This is my channel banner. My profile or my offline banner and my channel banner are the exact same thing. The offline banner shows on your video. If you go to somebody's profile, perhaps you might have visited mine or somebody else's, and it shows a little picture instead of a video when you're offline. This is mine particular one. I like to have on there my social media links, my schedule, so people don't have to scroll down to the info section to find that. It's right there in front of their faces. You know, they might be like, who's this Cira Corellia chick? I don't even know. And they said, oh, well, I can find out about her on 5 p.m. on Monday. So that's there. And then, as I said, I made mine the same thing. But there are people that will use super silly pictures, maybe something that says, like their logo, something like that as their banners. But I like to have my information right there at their fingertips, right in front of their dang faces. And then profile avatar. This is me. You can not see it because it's super blurry. You can put whatever you want there, but put something there. This is very important, I think, because if you're in somebody else's stream and you're chatting with somebody, if it happens to come up in conversation that you're also a streamer, somebody might click on you, click on your name, and if they see that you have like the little default lightning bolt, they're probably going to think that you're some amateur streamer. They're probably not going to hit that follow button. But if you have you got a super awesome avatar, it doesn't even have to be really cool. It could just be your face. It could be a picture of I don't know, Pikachu. Who cares? Put something there so people know you've put some actual effort into your profile. Software and bots. I'm sorry. I know I'm speeding through this. I apologize. I just talk really. I'm so excited about Twitch. Profile and bots. So the first thing that you want to do when you start streaming, this is very important, you guys. If you're not streaming from an Xbox One or a PS4, if you're streaming from Xbox One or PS4, you have my permission to check out. Because I'm going to be talking about some PC stuff right now that is probably not available to you, unfortunately. Although, to be fair, you guys get to stream on a cheaper rig than we do. You want to pick a broadcasting software. OBS is free, but it's still in beta. However, it's pretty solid. There are some times where my stream will crash, but it's really once in a blue moon. I don't know that it will ever be out of beta, but it's a pretty solid software. This is the one I recommend because it's free, it has the most customizability, and it's used by the most streamers, so that if you need help with it, there's going to be a lot of resources out there that you can use. XSplit is also cool. This is also a broadcasting software. It charges a monthly fee. There are streamers that prefer XSplit. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why, because I hate paying for stuff. But that might be for you. Check out that one as well. And then FFsplit is free, but I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry, I really like OBS. It's out there. Check it out. Other useful stream doodads. Bots. So bots are programs that run on your personal computer, or there are some such as MooBot, which is a bot that will run in the internet, in the cloud. It runs in the cloud, and it will come to your stream automatically when you're streaming to help you out. Now, what bots will do? They are used for notifications. So if somebody follows your channel, you could have it set up so it says thanks for the follow in the chat. They're also used for little chat mini games. For example, I use a bot called DeepBot. Deep, like a hole is deep. Just claps, you use DeepBot too? So DeepBot has some mini games such as a bank heist, which is like a bank robbery, but it's in the chat. If you kind of have a slower chat, these mini games can be a good way to keep people interested when maybe the chat has stagnated a little bit. But when you get a little bigger, I would say when your chat really starts running where you can't read it anymore, it might be a good idea to leave these games off, turn them off, and do not use them anymore. You can use them as point systems. It's kind of like a loyalty system. If you use like Best Buy Reward Zone, you shop there a lot. You get the reward coupons. You don't get coupons. My personal channel uses bananas as the point system, but you can use whatever you want. You can call whatever you want. XP. You can use coins. You can use donuts. Whatever you feel like using for your stream. Personalize it. Make it you. Make it fun. However you want to handle it. Point systems. People earn points just by watching your stream. You can set up, it depends on the bot, but usually you can set up how many they earn. And then they use those the points, they can use them for tickets for giveaways or for the mini games. You could even make like a little store out of it. Like if somebody comes around, they have 500 points, maybe you could send them, an exclusive wallpaper or something with your logo on it. Or perhaps you don't feel like you really want to advertise your personal Snapchat or your Instagram. Maybe for 2,000 points, they get your username there and you follow them back or something like that. Or maybe even a shout out for another streamer. Be creative with it. These point systems, I feel like they're really underutilized. A lot of people just use them for the games, myself included. I don't know. So I would really encourage you to be creative about it. Also, raffles, so you can do things like giveaways. I usually in my stream give away, like Steam games or gift cards. There are a lot of other streamers that give away, skins for guns. Stuff like that. So those systems are available as well. A lot of these bots are free too, so don't feel like you have to pay for them. Deepbot, to my knowledge, is the only one you have to pay for, because that's in beta. But there are tons and tons of free alternatives. So really look out there and see what you like. MooBot is kind of a default for everybody. Pretty much all the streamers use MooBots. These bots also hold commands for you. So if people are constantly asking for the link to your Steam group, you can just make a command, !Steam, and the link will pop up in chat. So you don't even have to say, okay, go to your browser, type in www. Like it'll just be in the chat and they can just click on it. It's very, very convenient, very, very helpful. So Nightbot is another really popular one. Deepbot, I said I use Onkbot. There are tons of them out there. You could also use an alert program to put pop-ups on your screen. So the bots you could use if you're PS4 or Xbox One. However, nothing will be put onto your screen. You will need a separate PC to run these bots. They are not resource intensive at all. These are little baby programs. You could probably run them from a 5-year-old laptop. But these alert programs where you go to see somebody's stream and it has like a little rolling kitten that pops up and it's like, so-and-so followed the stream. That is a program called Twitch Alerts. And again, these are free programs that you can use. It can really up the excitement, encourage other people to follow. If they see somebody follow, they want their name on your screen too. So they might follow you, or they're also used for donation alerts. Again, you can use a bot to put this stuff in the chat for you for free. However, a lot of people like to have these pop-ups just to recognize the people that are, following or contributing real-life dollars to the stream to help further your dream. Oops, I pushed the wrong one. Yes, back in time. You could also use an IRC chat client for your chat. I personally hate the Twitch chat. The font is too small. I'm an old lady. I need big letters. So I use Chatty, which is very customizable and is super awesome and super free. You should check it out. If you hate it, whatever, it was free. You can also use a music program on your PC to play background music. If you've ever watched a streamer and you're like, dude, how is he listening to iTunes right now? He literally just has iTunes on his computer and it's playing. So that's how it gets into the stream. So you could use, Spotify, Pandora, whatever's out there. Twitch does encourage you to use Twitch approved music. There is a lot of it, but it's probably not, the music you listen to on the radio. One of the resources I will give you later will definitely help you out with, finding some of that free music. But if you straight up don't care, then play whatever you want. Probably nothing bad is going to happen to you. What could happen to you is your past broadcast could be muted for a copyright infringement notice, but that's about it. I mean, it's not like a 3-strike thing. Like you play some Rihanna and you're out of Twitch or banned. I don't know who plays Rihanna on Twitch, but... And then sad face, none of this is available for Xbox One, PS4 casters. I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of the drawback. You're using a console to stream. Very convenient, but unfortunately not very customizable. Set the mood. If you can't see, that's a sexy candle. We're getting sexy over here. We're gonna do it again. Sexy candle. Decide what type of streamer you're going to be. So I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I want to expand on it a little more. So decide if you're going to be a variety streamer, decide if you're going to stick to one game, but also decide what kind of a personality you're going to put out there. I'm extremely energetic. I'm really friendly. I'm very nice. However, you might decide of course your personality is going to be different, but you might also decide maybe you want to play a character. Maybe you want to stream as a stormtrooper. Maybe you want to stream, I'm not kidding, this is an awesome idea. Somebody should do it. I will watch your stream. What was that? The Christopher Walken playthroughs, that's a perfect one. Unfortunately, it's against Twitch terms of service. You can't do celebrity impersonations. Isn't that stupid? But nobody knows about stormtroopers, right? So that one's safe. No, don't take it away from me. So you, like I said, decide who you want to be. Perhaps you in real life maybe you're like me in real life. Maybe you're very, very energetic. Maybe instead you want to play a very grumpy, very sarcastic person on Twitch. Take your personality, decide what you're going to put forward, and own it. Make your character and own it. Oh, I did that one. How much interaction will you have with chat? Decide it right up front. Don't let people come in and say, oh man, this guy is so cool. He responds to everything I say. And then a week later just decide, you know what? I'm just going to read chat when it's convenient for me. Either way is fine. There are tons of streamers that get out there and they read chat when they can. One of my personal favorites, his name is Elegy of Games. He's a voice actor that also streams and he does read chat a little bit. So, you definitely feel acknowledged, but at the same time, he's really focusing on the game and also really making the experience of watching his stream as entertaining as possible. What kind of stream is it? Yes, go ahead.
If you're streaming with just one monitor, what's the easiest way to overlay the chat on your gameplay, or how do you monitor the chat when you're only streaming with one monitor?
Okay, so you could overlay your chat. What I would recommend is use an extension called BTTV. This is a Firefox and Chrome extension. What you can do with that, first of all, it makes Twitch way more awesome. I want you to know that. Just download it. But what you can do with that is you can put it in, I think it's called dark mode, so the background is black. Then you're going to screen cap the chat window and use the transparency option. I don't know what it is, but it's right at the bottom where you check that box and then you pick the color. You just pick that dark gray and set the transparency that you can see the letters. There are actually some really great tutorials on YouTube. If you look that up, it'll tell you the exact same thing, but better. But that's a great way to get on the stream. However, you could also have a tablet set beside you so you can see the chat running. Decide what kind of stream you have. If you're going to be a speedrunner, if you're going to pick one specific game and stick to it, if you're going to do variety streams, if you're going to be a special event stream, maybe you're only going to stream once a month. That's fine. Just decide right up front what you're going to do and let people know who you are so they know what to expect from you. What kind of game or games you will play, if any. Maybe you're not a gaming streamer. I keep talking about this like Twitch is only for games, but it's not. And if you are a gamer, don't feel like you only can play video games on your stream. Feel free to expand. Do some music streams. Do some creative streams. You do what you feel like this is your Twitch stream. Make it yours and make it awesome. So decide what game or games you're going to play. I'm actually going to give you some tips for this later in this little presentation. So we're going to get back to that, but decide right up front. Will you have a gimmick? Again, we talked about gimmicks a little bit earlier. Decide if you're going to do something like that. Like perhaps you collect hats and you love hats. Perhaps when you get a new follower, you swap your hat. You put on another silly hat or something like that. Maybe every time you die, you yodel. Decide, if you've got something to draw in the viewers, decide what it is and let people know about it. For example, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Future Man Gaming. His gimmick is that he was sent back to the past from the future to save us from a dystopian future in which video games basically took over. So he is one game at a time defeating all of these video games. He's also a really cool streamer. Check him out. He's very interactive and energetic. Testing time. Test your stuff. That's what I was supposed to say. There should have been a thing there. Before you stream, test it. Test it. I would test it without letting anybody know. If you go to your dashboard on Twitch, there's a place where you can switch it from playing to not playing. Put yourself in not playing so you're not listed in any game section so nobody can find you. So it's just your private testing time. Nobody knows you're there. Test your sound levels. You want to make sure that you can be heard over the video game. Perhaps you're not very good at projecting. You need to know, where to put the microphone so that people will be able to hear you. You also want to make sure that your graphics look good. sometimes, you might start up a game and it's not framed properly. You have to like shrink it to fit the screen. You want to make sure everything looks nice. Check it for buffering. So this is very, very important. I'm actually going to be posting this presentation on my YouTube page. So those of you that got a card, you have my YouTube link. If you didn't get one of my cards, it didn't hit you in line. I would love to give you one on the way out so you can hit my YouTube page. I'm going to be posting this panel as well as a link to these slides and a link to my personal suggestions for starting out your OBS settings. Because I've noticed a lot of streamers really try, they say, oh my god, I got 20 megabits per second upload, I'm gonna stream in 720, it's gonna look so good, yes, it's gonna look good, but anybody on a cell phone is not going to be able to watch your stream. So I have some really great settings, tried and tested, I used these settings for like 9 months, and I always got compliments on how great my stream looked, and oh my god, I can watch it on 4G, this is amazing, and I want to spread the word about these settings, so I will have this stuff in the info section for the YouTube, so if anybody's watching YouTube, down below in the info section, fools. So it's going to be down there for you. Oh yeah, so the buffering anyway. If you're watching a stream and it's buffering a lot, it's probably because their stream's too good for you. I'm sorry. Your connection is probably not equipped to handle the amount of super awesome graphics and audio they're sending your way. They're probably streaming like 720 p 60 frames per second, and you're on your phone. You can't watch that. It's not a good enough connection. And test your bots, make sure that they're working properly. You can usually do follower tests to make sure that they pop up on the right part of the screen, that the sound is not too loud, because sometimes they make sounds, when the little pop-ups happen. Oh, there it is. Alerts and pop-ups. Check those too. Check those. Growing your stream. It's a pretty flower. So you've already started your stream. You tested it out, and it's time to actually get out there and grow your stream. Get yourself some freaking viewers because you deserve it. So start with your friends and family. I did say this earlier when I was addressing the question, but get your friends and family, put out a call, put it on your personal Facebook page, put it on your your Twitter, put it on your Instagram, whatever, and tell them, look guys, I'm really excited about this. I'm starting Twitch streaming. You could tell them whatever. I'm really nervous and I'd love to have you there, or it really helped me out to have some viewers. If they could take a little time out of their day, they don't even have to watch. If they just load the video and let it play, you get that viewer count, and that helps you move up the list a little bit, so people are more likely to see your stream. Choose your game wisely. I'm going to talk again a little bit about this later. I'll actually show you the Twitch homepage, and I'll tell you my personal strategy on picking a game. Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, how like when you get on Twitch, you've got a video, the source, high, medium, low. Is that predetermined stuff by Twitch, or is that determined by the user?
Those are called the source quality options. All Twitch partners have those. And they've recently added more server resources so that I think it's like the top 1,200 streamers on Twitch automatically get those options. So it's not available to everybody. If you are a partner, then you can stream in 720p 60 frames per second, because somebody that's on a cell phone can go ahead and change that source quality option so that encodes it into a lower quality broadcast. So they can still watch it, but people with super awesome internet will be able to watch the source or, high quality. Let me actually really quick talk about the partnership program. Partnership, what that means is you've applied to Twitch and you've made your case, and basically they have picked you as an employee of Twitch. I don't know exactly the right word for it, but you're basically a contractor of Twitch, like a contracted employee of Twitch. And you then start earning, this part isn't a secret, 50% of that subscription fee. So it's a $5 subscription fee per month. People can subscribe if they want to. Again, this is totally optional. You never have to subscribe to anybody if you don't want to, but if you want to support the stream, it's a great way to do it. And when you're a subscriber, you also get access to that partnered streamer's personal emotes. So usually people will have like, I don't know, picture a hamburger or something, and you are the only person that can use it because you paid your $5 per month. So they get half of that. They also get ad revenue. They get a chance to be featured on that front page of Twitch. And a lot of people aim for partnership, but it's very, very difficult to get. There are literally like 1 million streamers. I'm not kidding. That is a real number. There are over 1 million streamers on Twitch, and I think there are less than a couple thousand partnered streamers. So it's very difficult to get. Not impossible, because those couple thousand streamers got partnerships, so it's not impossible for you either. Oh, choose your game wisely. I was going to say, I'm going to talk about it at the end, actually, when I get to the secret section. So you have to stick around now. Yes, go ahead.
Well, is that kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can play whatever you want, but it does help to keep up with current titles?
I will talk about that later when I talk about the secrets. Basically, bottom line is play whatever you want, but recognize that the particular game that you want to play, perhaps you want to play Super Mario RPG. There aren't that many people playing it on Twitch, so it's going to be really far down the list. It's possible nobody will ever find you. So keep in mind, if you want to play the game, then do it. But if you want to get viewers, there are some strategies that I will give to you at the end of the stream, at the end of the stream, at the end of the panel to help you pick the game that you stream, in a more strategic way. So pick a good title. I don't know why I put that there. I'm going to talk about it at the end. I'm sorry. Secrets and spoilers. Dual stream with other streamers. This is oh wait, no, I know what it is. Going back. Pick a good title. I remember now. Okay, so when you go to Twitch and you go to the directory and you pick a game, you'll see a list of everybody that's streaming. And there will be it says their name, but then it also has the title of their stream. So oftentimes it'll say something like, Joey plays Super Mario RPG. That is a lame title. Be a little creative about it, or put in there, if you're doing something special with your run through, maybe it's a drinking game. Maybe every time you win a battle, you have to take a shot, or you lose a battle, you have to take a shot, something like that. Put in there, drinking game with Super Mario RPG. Or maybe you are a very friendly streamer. Friendly streamer RPG. Maybe you're the stormtrooper streamer. When we beat this game, I saved the Death Star. Something like that. Put something interesting in the title, something that will draw people in instead of just, Joey plays Super Mario. It's really boring. Dual stream with other streamers. It's a really great way to get out there, especially if you can find a streamer that is open to dual streaming that is right around your size or a little bit bigger. It can definitely be a little difficult to make these connections, but I will give you some tips on that later. But if you can, find somebody to dual stream with, just do a multiplayer game, put it in your title, dual stream with so-and-so, whoever it is, then the bigger the streamer they are, the better to have their name in your title. Make sure your stream looks good. Again, if you have a potato cam, it's going to look bad. People are going to have a bad impression of you. I think that the webcam that most streamers use is about $90, regularly goes on sale for about $60. It's the Logitech HD C920. So fancy. Just, put a little bit of money into it. This is really going to make an impact on people. A lot of people will pop in, look at your stream for about 10 seconds, and then they're gone. So you have about 10 seconds to make a really great impression and retain your viewer. So make sure it looks really good. Do something different. Don't just be some chump playing a video game. I mean, if there are a ton of Destiny streamers out there, if you're going to play Destiny, if you're going to specialize in Destiny, then pick something that will set you apart. Maybe when you play Destiny, you wear a hunter helmet. Something like that, but find something that's going to set you apart and keep people coming back. I would absolutely recommend you watch other streamers. Don't view them as competition, but view them as inspiration. Find things that they do that you like and do those things. Find things that they do and you hate and make sure you do not do them. Maybe you could keep like a running tally and find something that they're not doing, some way that they're not servicing or adding to the community, and you do that thing. For example, my friend Ramez05 is a Destiny streamer, and he really made it big. He got his partnership because he was watching these Destiny streams and realized that nobody was really helping people run these raids, the Crota raid, Vaults of Glass. Nobody was helping people out. So he gained a huge following just by being one of the first people on Twitch to help people run through these raids, to help viewers run through the raids. So he did extremely well for himself by doing that. He found a place where he could add to the community, and he did it. Special event streams are a great way to get noticed. So if you're doing a charity stream, make sure you put that in your title. Make sure it's well advertised. Put it on your social media. Put it everywhere. If you have if you have friends that are streamers, maybe you could ask them to plug it for you as well. I mean, I wouldn't go to stranger streamers and say, hey, I'm doing a charity stream. But if you know somebody, you're pretty friendly with them, ask them if they'll drop it in their chat and let people know about it. You might be doing a 24-hour stream, a cosplay stream, something like that. It's a great way to get noticed. It's a great way to draw in more viewers. Building a community. So we talked about community a little bit. These are the people that come into your chat, they chat with you, they support you. Even people that are lurking in your chat that never say a word can make really great community members. You know, they might be retweeting your tweets when you go live to get more people to your stream. They might be voting for you on topstreamers.com to help you climb up the ranking boards. It's very important that you grow your community and you keep it close. I mean, it's not just community, you know, it's friends. These people are rooting for you to succeed. So you want to do what you can to keep them around. Facilitate the type of chat that you would like to join. If you watch a streamer, let's take for example, Caseytron, who is a female streamer who generally has like one of the most toxic chats I've ever seen on Twitch. And it's so unfortunate. I mean, Caseytron, if you've never seen her stream, she plays a character where she's kind of an airhead, and she just will take the most ridiculous abuse from the chat, just some real haters in there. And she takes it and is just kind of tongue-in-cheek sassy right back. And it's really awesome, but her chat is horrible. I can't watch her at all because her chat is awful. It's the most sexist chat I've ever, it's horrible. So make sure that you are facilitating the chat that you would like to be in. If you want your chat to be like that, go for it. You know, say the kinds of things you want in your chat. But if somebody says something out of line, make sure you call them on it and say, you know what, I'd really like to keep that out of my chat. You know, I've had some people recently in my chat talk about drug use, and I do have some younger kids that watch. So, you know, just say something. It doesn't have to be like, dude, seriously. But if you'll just politely say, you know, would you please, you know, not mention drug use in here? I've got some younger viewers. It's a great way to handle it. I also have some really awesome moderators that will address that kind of stuff as well. And I hopefully will have that in here somewhere. Moderators. No. You're so important to me, I swear.
How do you really feel about it?
So moderators will basically keep the peace in your chat and enforce the rules. I would say it's extremely important to make chat rules up front. You can look at other streamers' info sections and pick and choose the rules that you like. And then, you know, just use their rules. You know, rewrite them, don't like plagiarize. But moderators are great for keeping the peace. If people are fighting, they can time them out, so you don't even have to take your hands off the controller. I would recommend you do not have too many moderators, because having so many people in the chat could discourage new chatters. So many people with those little green swords could discourage new people from chatting, or it could make it look like you just mod all of your friends. So new people could come in, they get friendly, and then they feel entitled to be a moderator. They might not necessarily make the best moderators. So I would say that for the first couple months that you're streaming, thank you. The first couple months that you were streaming, just pick a couple moderators and stick with it. I got my 10-minute warning. I don't know if I'm anywhere close to run with this. Let's run through. We got this. Connect with viewers over social media. It's extremely important for you to have social media accounts. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Play games together with your viewers. If you can, pick a multiplayer game to play together. It's a great way to keep people interested in your stream and coming back. When I first started playing Borderlands 2, I would always play with other players, and it really helped. Honestly, I got people from those Borderlands 2 streams that keep coming back because I would always play with them. They didn't have anybody else to play with in real life. So it was a really cool way for, you know, them to find a friend to play with. And also, I mean, I made a friend too, and now they keep coming back as viewers. Be interested in your viewers. I know I said earlier, you know, if you get scared, simplify it. They're just usernames. They're not just usernames. They're people just like you. They're all interesting. There's something interesting about each and every one of them. So don't be afraid to ask them questions and get to know them. Don't be all business. Have a good time with it. Streaming is fun. Networking. I don't think I'm anywhere close to this whole thing. Close to done, I mean. Visit other streamers and support them. Notice I didn't say visit other streamers and spam their chat to let them know that you're a streamer and you want them to raid you. That's not how networking works. The best way to network is to go to somebody that you like and ask them how you can help them out. So go to them. You know, if there's a streamer you really like, go to them, ask them, you know, what can I do to help your stream? Retweet their tweets, call them out in your stream. Just say, you know, oh my God, I watched this really awesome streamer. I would love if you check her out, and then put her link in the chat so people will follow as well. And usually this kind of help is noticed and it's appreciated. And then in return, you know, they'll do something for you. They will retweet your tweet. They'll host you. They'll raid you. They will help grow your stream as well. Be a supporter of others and they will support you. Tweet out their streams. Host them. I said these things. Raid them. A host basically means you go to your Twitch profile, and instead of your video, you're not even online. Instead of your video, it will show their video when they are live. So it's a really cool way to, if it happens to you, it's a cool way to get new viewers. And it's also a great way to share your viewers. If it's a streamer that you like and you think others would be interested in, host them. Raid them means that after you are done with your stream, you tell your followers, hey guys, we're going to go raid this super awesome streamer. They are streaming Witcher 3. Let's go check them out. And then you all go together as a group, and that adds to the view count. And again, that's a great way to help spread the word about other streamers. Be a benefit to their chat. Don't just lurk. If you're lurking, you're not being noticed. If you're chatting, if you're interacting with the streamer, it's more likely that they're going to remember you. And again, they're going to help your stream grow as well. Subscribe or donate if you can afford it. Again, this is totally optional. You can network without ever giving anybody money. But if you can support them, then that's also a really good way to get noticed. However, if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't do it. It's up to you. Dual stream with streamers your size. I did talk about that earlier. It draws in new viewers. You get some of their followers, and it shares your viewers with the other streamer. And sharing is nice. Social media. If nothing else, get yourself a Twitter account. The Twitch alerts. I don't know if any of you guys are signed up with the emails, so you're supposed to get emails when your streamer goes live. Those are notoriously wrong all the time. So a Twitter account, you can link up to your Twitch profile, and it will automatically tweet out when you go live. Keep all your accounts' names consistent. So if you're super awesome dude #1 on Twitch, you should be that on Twitter, you should be that on Facebook, you should be that on Instagram, you should be that on Raptor, you should be that on every social media that you sign up for. Use that same name, because if somebody finds you on Instagram and they like you, they're more likely to find you on other platforms as well. Don't just advertise your stream business on Twitter. Share news stories about video games or your interests. Share memes, why not? Share photos and GIFs. You don't want to be all business on your Twitter profile either. Let people know who you are, what you're interested in. If you find something funny, tweet it out. Don't forget to advertise your stream business though. So if you're going to do a special event like a cosplay stream, 24-hour stream, you let people know. Give them some notice. Start tweeting it out like 2 weeks early, and then do it like once every couple days. The week of, I would just do it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then it happens on Saturday. Do it on Saturday too. God, 5 minutes isn't enough. Thank you. Don't forget to advertise when you're doing giveaways. Giveaways are also a good idea, or a great way to bring in viewers. However, you might also bring in people that are just there for the giveaway. It's kind of luck of the draw. Sometimes you'll get some really awesome followers out of it, but sometimes, people will come in just for the giveaway and you never see them again. Tweet when you go live. You can hook up, like I said, you can hook your Twitch up to your Twitter so that it will automatically sync and tweet when you go live. But if you don't have it that way, or you don't want to do that, make sure you're always tweeting when you're going live. You could also do like a 1 hour warning, going live in 1 hour with Witcher 3, whatever. Also, tweet out when you make changes to your stream. So your schedule, the game that you're going to play. If you finish The Witcher and you want to move on to Fallout 3, then, let people know. Starting on Monday, I'm going to be streaming Fallout 3. Get a YouTube. It says your tube, because it's going to be yours, not mine. I suck at YouTube. I'm going to let you know right now. We're going to speed right through this because I have no idea. Decide what content you want to publish. If you're just going to push out your stream highlights, then do that. If you want to make all new content for YouTube, then do that. If you already have a YouTube, keep doing what you're doing, but start putting your Twitch link in all of your info sections. Put it on your video, put a link to it so you can just click the little annotation and get there. Put your best highlights on YouTube. I have gotten some viewers from YouTube from the 2 highlights that I have up there. It's embarrassing, but I have gotten some viewers that way. So if you have a really funny video, put it on YouTube. And plug your YouTube on Twitch. Do that too. Put it in your profile. Do YouTube stuff. I have no idea, guys. I'm not good at YouTube. I'm sorry. Look at this amazing clip art. This is why you pay $300 for the Microsoft Office package. Spread the word. Post on forums or subreddits about your stream. Don't be super annoying. Read the rules first to make sure that your self-promotion is allowed. Don't spam it. Don't put it all the time. And try to contribute to those. Oh, I didn't put that in there. Try to contribute to those communities as well, so that not only are you getting something out of it, but you're giving something back to the community. You're sharing your tips. Tweet at content creators when you play their games. You're going to play Fallout 3. why not try and tweet at Bethesda and say, I'm playing Fallout 3 tonight on Twitch. Maybe nothing will come out of it. Probably nothing will come out of it, but you never know when somebody's going to take interest in you and they're going to retweet you, and then bam, you've been noticed by Bethesda and their 300,000 followers. Keep up your networking and others will spread the word for you. This is entirely true. I'm constantly getting followers when I'm not even online from other streamers that are just paying it back to me because I've been supporting them. They're spreading the word about my stream, and I didn't have to do anything except for help the people out that I felt like deserved it. Advertise at events. Why not? Come to RTX and bring business cards and give them out to strangers. Here's some ideas for special events. You could do giveaways. You could do a cosplay stream. You could do speed runs, world records attempts, charity drives, holiday celebrations, extended streams like 24-hour streams, 12-hour streams. Do those things and people will come to you. Secrets of success. Again, amazing picture. These are my secrets. I apologize. If we don't make it through all of this, I'm going to hold court in the hallway and we can go through all these together. You can? All right, we're going to do this. Now I have 5. Thank you. These are my personal secrets to success from everything that I have learned thus far in my streaming career, and also from all the resources that I'll give you at the end of the presentation. I only have a couple slides left, so we're almost there. So first of all, set a schedule. I know your lives are hectic. I know you work jobs. I know you go to school. Maybe you don't do any of those things, but you are really invested in the television season. You just don't know when you're going to be free to stream. Try to find at least 3 days a week and set some hours so that you have a schedule and people know when to find you. If somebody follows you, but they never know when you're on again, they're probably going to unfollow you later. It's a really easy way to lose followers if you do not have a schedule. Again, if your life is too hectic and you absolutely cannot, try to give people a good idea of when you might be streaming. So, you can put streams happen on Monday nights, something like that, but just really do your best to try and set a stream schedule. Stream for at least 3 hours. This is a big mistake I see people make all the time. You start streaming and within 10 minutes, nobody's come to see your stream at all. You get discouraged and you quit. Don't do that. The longer you stream, the more viewers come to your stream, which in turn moves you up the list so more viewers come in. So try to stream for at least 3 hours at a time. And that also gives you an opportunity to get to know your viewers and start building that community. Ask for support from family and friends. Again, you could ask them to come to your streams and watch your streams. If somehow you've got some celebrity in your family, you could ask them to tweet out your information. If they meet somebody at the grocery store that loves video games or is wearing a Twitch t-shirt, make sure they know your website so that they can come watch you. Tell people to come watch you is what I mean to say. Enable past broadcasts. I see this happen all the time. People do not enable your past broadcasts. And I know it feels a little weird because you think, why would somebody want to watch my old videos? I'm not online. I'm not there to read chat. This feels kind of weird. But in your Twitch profile, go and enable this option. Enable past broadcasts. Because if somebody happens upon your profile while you are offline, this is free advertising for you. This tells them what your stream is about. It tells them why you should watch. It shows them exactly what kind of streamer you are and what they can expect when they hit that follow button. Make some highlights from your past broadcasts. If something funny happens or incredible happens or you see a bug in the game, which is ridiculous, make a highlight of it. For example, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes, so what you'll do is on the sidebar of Twitch, there's the little wrench picture. You click on that for settings, and I believe you click on channels. It's one of the top options, but then it's like a little checkmark box, and it says enable past broadcasts. So that's all you have to do is you check that box and you click save at the bottom, and that's how it saves those broadcasts. And then that's how you'll make these, the highlights as well. Like I was saying on my profile, I have a highlight of, when I was playing Bloodborne, there was this jump scare. It wasn't even an intentional jump scare. I turned the corner and there's this giant rat there, and I screamed probably louder than any human person should. And I've gotten a lot of follows just from people that watch that video, and I still get comments on it. So highlight those things. People want to see them. In my opinion, the best highlights are less than a couple minutes long. Cut right to the setup. It's kind of like a joke. You don't want to hear somebody ramble on for 5 minutes just to get to the punchline. Do like 30 seconds before, set it up, let the anticipation ramp. Okay, what am I watching this for? What am I watching this for? Oh my God, that was hilarious. And then that's the end of the highlight. Don't drag it out. Don't let the trolls get you down. We were talking about trolls a little bit earlier, some haters. Don't let them get you down. Haters gonna hate, listen to the Taylor Swift song, whatever you gotta do to really just let it roll off your back. They're not hating you. They hate themselves because they're 12-year-olds in their parents' basement. They're seriously, if anybody comes in and they make negative remarks to you, just imagine them as a 10-year-old kid. This is his first time on the internet. He doesn't know what to do. Maybe he's just being a little jerk and acting out. Don't think that this is somebody who's actually malicious toward you. It's just a kid probably. More than likely they're on the other end, it's just a kid. So don't let them get you down. Have fun with it. Get great moderators. I talked about that earlier. Get some people you really trust that can really set the mood for your chats. If your moderators are seen being very vulgar, am I over? 2 minutes? Okay, thank you. If your moderators are seen being very vulgar, then your chat attendees or the people in the chat will think that they are allowed to be vulgar as well. So make sure your moderators are abiding by the rules and enforcing them. I actually have a document that I send to all my moderators with kind of some guidelines for them to moderate the chat, as well as kind of like a cheat sheet for some of the more handy commands in my chat. And actually, if any of you are interested in that, send me a Twitch message and I'll send you the link to it. Imitate your favorites. I was saying earlier, find your favorite streamers, watch some streamers, see what they do that you love, and do those things. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. I mean, don't go out there and, game for game, word for word, copy Soda Pop and stream, but do what you would want to watch. Be that streamer. Interact with your chat. I've talked about this extensively. Your chat is there for a reason. They want to be recognized. They want to get to know you. Recognize them. Get to know them. Have fun with it. Streaming is a whole lot of freaking fun. All right, here's Choose Your Game Wisely. I feel so bad I have to speed through this part. So this is the directory. So this is what you see right up. I think I took this earlier today. So this is almost real time. You can see the game titles here. These are like the first 2 rows. As a beginning streamer, stay out. Don't go in those rows. Again, if you want to stream for the love of the game, play whatever you want, but recognize that as a new streamer, you're going to get buried. If you try to stream League of Legends, nobody's going to find you. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. If you love it, do it anyway, but recognize that your stream growth will be little to none. So you'll probably want to stay out of these top 2 rows altogether. You can see down here the viewer count. This one has almost 50,000 viewers, and that's the accumulative viewer count from all the streamers that are in there. I would say as a new streamer, try to find a game that has between 300 to 1,000 viewers at the time when you go live and stream that game. Are we done now? Wrapping it up. Okay, go ahead.
So you want to start as a small spot.
I'm at the end.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do a crowning.
Yeah, I'll be in the hallway. I could talk about that a little bit more. The game, but just do it. We can go downstairs. Don't let your streams be dreams. Get started and do it. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I hope you found my video to be useful for you. If you have any questions or suggestions for Twitch streamers that I neglected to mention, feel free to utilize that comment section down below. Also, please check me out at twitch.tv/Cira Corellia. That's where I play video games live for your amusement and for the low cost of $0. And if you are a streamer, please keep an eye out in the future for my video series, Twitch Tips, where I will detail for you the secrets that I touched upon in this panel, as well as some brand new tips that I learned in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the stream side.